حَقُّ اللَّهِ عَلَى الْعِبَادِ. The rights of Allah upon the slaves. But before I go into the rights of Allah upon the slaves, I have to tell you guys a story. Nabiullah Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, when he came to the city of Medina, he took the muhajirin, those who migrated from Mecca, who migrated to Medina. The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he bonded them with, or he allocated them with a person who they live with, that they become brother with in the city of Medina. So the muhajirin, those who migrated from Mecca, had found themselves connected and bonded with someone in Medina. And there were two noble companions, the first being Salman Al-Farsi and the second one being Abu Darda. The Prophet ﷺ, he bonded them, or he brought them together. النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم بين سلمان وأبي درداء. He brought them together and he said, Salman, you are with Abu Darda. So one day, Abu Darda, he came and he visited. One day, Salman Al-Farsi, he visited Abu Darda's house. Salman Al-Farsi radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, he came and he visited his brother Abu Darda. When he came and he visited his house, he saw his wife. He saw the wife of Darda. And he saw the wife Darda, the wife of Abu Darda. He saw his wife Darda wearing clothes which was not appealing. And she didn't dress nicely. So he said to her, Salman Al-Farsi said to her, Ma sha'nuki, what's your story? Why are you dressed like this? She then said, Akhuka Abu Darda laysa lahu hajatun fi dunya. He said, your brother, she said, your brother, Darda is saying this. She said, your brother Abu Darda, he has no desire when it comes to this dunya. She's referring to herself. يعني ليس له حاجة في النساء. He doesn't want anything from a woman. After a while, Abu Darda came to the house. فَصُنِعَ لَهُ طَعَامًا. Food was made for Abu Darda. فقال, he said, كُلْ فَإِنِّي صَائِمٌ. Abu Darda said to Salman Al-Farsi, eat, for I am fasting. So his story, Salman Al-Farsi came and visited the house of his brother Abu Darda. When he comes to the house, he sees Darda wearing clothes that is not appealing. She looked unappealing, or clothing were not to the best. So he realized something isn't adding up. So he said to her, what's your story? Why are you like this? So she said to him, your brother Abu Darda, her husband, he has no desire in women or this dunya. He's like this. This is who he is. So Abu Darda, when he came to the house, food was made for him. And he was told to eat, but he didn't eat. So he pushed the food to Salman Al-Farsi. And he said to him, you eat. Kul fa inni sa'imun. He said, eat, I am fasting. And then Abu Salman Al-Farsi then said, Ma ana bi'akilin hatta ta'kul. I'm not going to eat until you eat, Salman Al-Farsi said to Abu Darda. When the night came, فَلَمَّا كَانَ اللَّيْلُ, when the night came, Abu Darda went and he stood up. He wanted to pray. And the whole day he was fasting, and Salman Al-Farsi told him to break his fast and eat. When the night came, Abu Darda wanted to spend the whole night praying. And that's what Darda meant when she said, your brother Abu Darda has no desire from a woman. He's engaged in ibadah. Daytime he's fasting and nighttime he wants to pray. So he got up to pray, Abu Darda. Salman Al-Farsi saw him getting up to pray, and he said to him, Nam, go back to sleep. He said to Abu Darda, go back to sleep. And Abu Darda respects Salman a lot, so he went back to sleep. Then after a while, he got up again and he wanted to pray now. And Salman Al-Farsi then said to him, Nam, go back to sleep. And then Abu Darda went back to sleep again. And then he got up when it was the last portion of the night. فَلَمَّا كَانَ آخِرُ اللَّيْلِ, when it was the last portion of the night, Salman Al-Farsi said to him, قُمِ الْآنَ, now stand up and pray. Now stand up and pray. فَصَلَّيَا, both of them, they prayed جميعا together. Salman Al-Farsi and Abu Darda prayed together. فَقَالَ لَهُ Salman, Salman then said to his brother Abu Darda a powerful statement. This is the hadith I want to use for this beautiful series, inshallah ta'ala, that I hope that I will benefit from it and that all of you will benefit from it, inshallah ta'ala. Salman Al-Farsi, said to his brother Abu Darda, he said to him, إِنَّ لِرَبِّكَ عَلَيْكَ حَقًّا وَإِنَّ لِنَفْسِكَ عَلَيْكَ حَقًّا وَلِأَهْلِكَ عَلَيْكَ حَقًّا فَأَعْطِ كُلَّ ذِي حَقٍّ حَقَّهُ. Salman Al-Farsi said a very profound statement. He said, إِنَّ لِرَبِّكَ عَلَيْكَ حَقًّا. Your Lord has rights on you. وَإِنَّ لِنَفْسِكَ عَلَيْكَ حَقًّا. And your nafs has rights on you. And your body and your nafs, your soul has rights on you. وَلِأَهْلِكَ عَلَيْكَ حَقًّا. And your family, your wife and your children have rights on you. فَأَعْطِ كُلَّ ذِي حَقٍّ حَقَّهُ. Give everyone their rights. Now Abu Darda heard these words from his brother Salman Al-Farsi. He came to the Prophet with this issue. He came to the Prophet ﷺ and he told him what Salman Al-Farsi said to him. Is it accurate, Ya Rasulullah? Is what Salman telling me right or is he wrong? The Prophet ﷺ said to him, Sadaqa Salman. Salman told you the truth. Salman, he told you the truth. This hadith, Imam Al-Bukhari narrated this hadith in his Sahih. If you look at this hadith, wallahi, it gives us a very important lesson, which is knowing to give everyone their rights. And that's the greatest quality to have, to not mix one right with the other right. Your Lord has rights, and your nafs has rights, and your family has rights, and your relatives, and everyone has rights. The last part, فَأَعْطِ كُلَّ ذِي حَقٍّ حَقَّهُ. Give everyone their rights. Allahu Akbar. That's where a lot of us go wrong. So today, inshallah ta'ala, I'm going to talk about the first right.